Hi y'all, Muglax Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright. So today my plan is to explore this factory. I had to leave the factory. I got jumped by... Well, it was nighttime. I didn't realize it was nighttime. And so I kind of had to flee the area. Oh, because I keep getting attacked by vultures. Also, do I have any food? I don't have any food. Well, that's a conundrum. Should I race back home? How far am I from home? Guess I'm not too bad if I race back, take that place north. Let's do that. So the way I'm going, and then we'll come back to the factory. I'll mark it. I'll mark it on my map here, so that I don't lose it. Oh, you know what? While I'm here by the water, I definitely just hang on here, bike. I definitely should think about grabbing some. Oh, jeez. Get out of here, you stupid vultures. I should think about filling up my 319 empty jars with some water. Alright. It has been a long week. We had some family stuff going down, and lots of relatives in town, and it was exhausting. And so I didn't even have time to record yesterday, so this is a day late video. I'm just gonna, I guess, skip the other one, and or maybe I'll do it tomorrow. It's already close to 11 p.m. And both last night and tonight I didn't get done with work till... Oh man, that thing caught me earlier. I was just gonna drive around and come back, and then I got stuck in the stupid pit in the road. But it's kind of cool. We found a little town. I mean, I knew there was one out here somewhere, just didn't know quite where it was at. But yeah, it was an exhausting week. We did. Oh man. So I probably got a few stories to tell while we're doing it. First off, I was sitting at the dinner table the other night, and I was the only one home. And what day was that? I wasn't yesterday. It must have been Wednesday. And somebody had gotten out some chicken for dinner, and some raw chicken, and it was in the sink thawing out because it was, in the freezer. And the cat gets up on the counter, and I'm like, "Cat, get off the counter!" And um, and so it starts walking across the counter. Now our counter is like a L shape, so part of it is like a island, and then the other part is against the wall with the sink and stuff in it. And so he's on the island part. I'm like, "Cat, you're not supposed to be on the counter. Get off the counter. We got new cats at Christmas time, and so they're still in the process of maybe being trained. I don't know. Problem is I don't spend any time upstairs in the. I know I'm starving. That's why I'm headed back home. I don't spend any time upstairs where they are at, and nobody upstairs seems really interested in training them, I feel. Nope, that was the road I needed. Please don't starve before I get home. I guess I'm glad I decided to go home to get food instead of going into that factory. But so he just looks at me, right, as cats will do, and starts walking across the counter. And so I got up out of the chair, and then he moved faster to go around onto the part by the sink. Only now he's weaving in and out of the dirty dishes and the coffee maker, and I thought he was going to knock the coffee pot right off on the floor. And so I got over there just as he was trying to dip his head down into the sink where the chicken was at, and and just as I got to him, he jumped off, and I tried to grab a hold of him, and I got a hold of his tail, and he immediately tried to run across my foot with his claws out, and so my right foot has some pretty nasty gouges across my big toe, across the top of my foot, down the side of my foot, because that stupid cat. Ugh, it's not my cat. I wish they would take care of their stuff better. And then, yeah, which sucks because when I sit in the recliner here, I like to cross my feet over top of each other, you know. And so I can't because it hurts to put that foot down like I normally sit. I'm not enjoying that part for sure. But yeah, it was a lot of people the last few days here, and I'm ready. I'm ready for it to. I think the people part is done, so we still got a little bit of stuff to do with it all, but and then oh man, and then our D&D this week. I did get to play D&D Wednesday night, and so man, I'll tell you. So we had a huge argument, like what, 2 weeks ago, about how he does XP and how much I hate it and stuff, and I wish he would do XP instead of milestone, and so this week he's like, so I'm taking. Oh look, at my thing is broken. Great. Are we full of zombies again? What is this called? It's a land claim. Gotta be careful, because sometimes I come back into my base and it's full of zombies when that land claim block breaks for no reason. Well, look at that. I apparently don't have any food made. Oh, right, because I was waiting for the potato harvest so that I could finally make some decent food. Any chance I have a potato harvest? I have a potato harvest, and I am not sickly, so that should be 4 potatoes per plant. I can finally make some real food. Oh no, you know what? I think I can make some real food. Oh shoot, that one was still growing. Because the recipes. Oop, that also said it was growing, dude. Did you not want to take the chance just to read what it said? Okay, this is all just still growing. And so, so our DM is like, yeah, so I've taken into consideration what you said, so this week I'm going to switch you back to XP, and I'm going to try and talk less. The talking less didn't happen. And I realized after it was over and he told us what our XP was actually at, according to him, that I wasn't sure where we were supposed to be at because nobody had been keeping track. And so I started to wonder. I'm like, I wonder if that is what our XP is supposed to be at, or if he's just saying that's where our XP is at. Because he had told me the week before that if he started to do XP, he would just go ahead and do fake XP, so that we would still level when he wanted us to level, and not real XP. And one of the things that has happened is that he's changed the way the game works, but he doesn't, like, he changes the way the game works, but I'm gonna have to do this because I need the food faster than I need the water. He doesn't seem to grasp the way the system is designed. Well, that's some fish taco stuff right there, and that is dog food. Get out of my thing. Gross. Not eating dog food. What am I missing to do a fish taco? Okay. Oh, I need 2 cornmeal. Okay. Did I already put my corn away? I did. And so he doesn't change things when he changes things, and so he seems to think that it's okay to give us the original XP amount, but have us fight way more difficult encounters. And that really sucks because you know the game is designed a certain way, around the more difficult it is, the more XP you get for it. And that way, if you do harder encounters, you get extra rewards. Alright, well, that stuff is cooking. Hopefully I don't starve to death before it finishes cooking. I mean, I guess I could eat some more of my canned stuff. But I figure I'd run down here and load up on the stuff that I had snagged so far that I wanted to keep. Nope, nope, nope. Let's leave the gas barrel in here. A tempered blade, huh? Oh man, I can't even move. Is that possible? Huh. I've never been so full of stuff that I can't move before. And so it's like, here's your encounter. If you complete this encounter, you get 1200 XP, and it's got 6 bad guys. And then he's like, oh well, they're killing the bad. Ouch! I just touched my foot on my chair. They're killing the bad guys easier than I want to play against them with, because it is definitely against us. So I think that I should go ahead and increase the number of bad guys that they're fighting, and increase the difficulty of the encounter. But I'm not going to raise the amount of XP that they get for it. So they're going to do more work against harder bad guys, but not get any benefit of fighting harder and more bad guys. Which sucks. And so, for example, we fought these things called twig blights. And officially, a twig blight has got like 6 hit points. And any of us can hit for 6 hit points at this stage of the game. Uh, we are we're like level 5, so um, and 6 hit points is like a quarter of level 1, and so we're way over that. But so we got these twig blights, and so he's like, well, he doesn't like that the twig blights die so easy, so he increases their HP amount so that instead of going down from like 6 damage, it's taking like 20 damage to kill them. But he gives us the same XP. Uh, and so I'm like, you know what? What's even worse, whoops, that is not food. What's even worse is that at the time this was all going down, he had already switched us over um, to milestone, and so we were fighting these overpowered creatures. Um, Oops. In in but we weren't ever going to get XP for them, and so he just made the combat harder to make it harder. I mean, we weren't going to benefit from harder combat. We weren't getting bonus XP because we were milestone leveling, and so I go through and I calculate. I don't know. I don't know what's. Oh, you know what? I better get up there and check the food before I die here, because I think I'm already taking damage and stuff from lack of food. You got any of those? Oh, you're not done yet. Oh no. I'm gonna have to eat canned food. And so, I also should probably do a painkiller here. And so, yeah, we go up against these terrible, terrible fights. And so then this week he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna switch you back over to XP." And so we get in there, and so he already overpowered like the last. Let's see, we were coming in. He made us fight. We fought overpowered stuff. We fought another extra fight. So we had 2 extra fights. Overpowered fight. Regular fight from the book, only in an area we weren't supposed to have it. And then a super overpowered fight where he had bad guys that I don't know where they came from because they don't exist in the book. Uh, and then this week we fought uh, the regular fight, but then he added extra bad guys to it. And then he changed one of the things that we were fighting. And so he made it way more difficult than it was supposed to be. I mean, like, in the center of the clearing is an evil tree. And the evil tree summons little twig blights. Only this week, he decided the twig blights had their normal amount of XP. And, or not XP, HP, hit points. And so they were going down with like 1 hit, and so they weren't too bad to fight. But the tree is supposed to just keep summoning them every turn, and he added in legendary actions, and I mean the tree hit me for like I only have 45 hit points, and the tree hit me for 27 hit points in one turn. And in the book, the tree has no actions other than summoning more twig blights. And so after he almost killed my guy because I had already been injured fighting the previous stuff, then he was like, "Oh, well, if you're just gonna fight it from a distance, then I'm just gonna go ahead and say that you beat it because," and his words, "I'm not gonna let you." What did he say? "I'm not gonna let you grind your level out on these low-level creatures," which had never even crossed my mind because that's not how you play the game. I mean, I guess you could play the game that way, but it seriously never crossed my mind that that would be something I would want to do. Why would I want to grind out my levels? That's bizarre. You know, I'm just going to take this with me, I think. Alright, let's move this down. Move this back down here. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and repair you. Or repair you. Okay, so I'm not dying now from food, so I feel better there. Did you get any of this food done? Because I'll totally take... Yeah, I'll take a hobo stew with me. And then you can have that iron, and I will head back out to the factory I wanted to loot this week, but I was too starving to do anything about it. And so I'm not good at backing up on this control scheme. And so we get to the end of it, and we need 14,000 XP to go up to our next level. Now that's not total. That is total, which includes the previous 5 levels. And so I think we needed 8,000 XP total. And I'm pretty sure that we have been in more than 8,000 XP worth of fights. In fact, I don't understand how to use it myself, so I'm not shocked he's not using it. But there is a thing where you're... the more difficult a fight is, the more... Oh, I thought I had gas in there. I swear that when I looked at it just a second ago, it was at like 80-something%. I hope that's not the case. I hope I just ran out of gas. Alright, yeah, I think that was just a craziness on my part. And so, you know, I'm like, okay. He's like, so we're gonna figure out your XP here before we quit for the night. I'm like, oh, cool. And let's try and figure out where I have to turn south at. And so he's like, so this is how much XP you've gained. And I'm like, well, we don't know what we're supposed to be at because you put us on milestone, and so we've just been changing it when we go up a level. So we're currently at 0 for the level, and so that does not include the previous 100 bad guys we've killed, which is a lot. And he's like, oh, yeah. And so then he tells us that we're at 12,500. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, maybe you'll level up next time we play. But the previous week he told us that we would level up when we finish this fight. And so I went in and I did the calculations, and I looked in the book, and I went through all the fights, and I added in a couple of extra fights, and I'm like, if we go by what he added, then 12,500 is pretty close to where we should be at had we fought regular versions of everything he's thrown at us. But I know for a fact that the bad guys we fought in the previous section were not normal. And so it's another case of where he beefed things up, but doesn't give us the extra XP for fighting harder monsters. So, I don't know, it drives me crazy that he does this stuff. I still think the book he's using is from a different version of the game than what we're playing. Because he's not using the regular book. And he ended early again this week. And we started late again this week. And we didn't play it all last week, so... Maybe we'll play next week, though. We'll see. He tried to cancel this week because he knew about the family stuff going down. And he's like, we can quit this week because I know you're busy with your family. I'm like, yeah, no, I want to play. I know you want to not play this week because you never want to play, but I want to play. How about you stop volunteering to DM these things if you don't want to DM them? I mean, it's simple as that. We must be at like 50. He still hasn't updated. Man, I kind of want to look real quick, but I can't. We must be, I think it was last Saturday was 50 days, right? So it must be about 57 days since our last update in the play-by-post that he DMs, which sucks. I am running multiple games, and I've been managing to keep mine updated because it only takes a minute here, 30 seconds there, 2 minutes there. I mean, I spent 10 minutes the other night and put together a map, just a simple map, so we'd have something to reference during our combat, and he doesn't even have to do that because his stuff all comes out of books. Just got to copy and paste the image. Because I play 2 games like that, and it's super simple just to pop up the what's that program called? I always want to call it Snapchat, but that's not what it is. A snippet tool. There we go. Just pop open the snippet tool. And snip your map out, and you're done. Copy, paste, snip it out. Yeah. I know my other game. I talked to them about it because we were all together because it's my family playing this, and I'm like, look, guys, I don't understand what you're trying to do. My sister-in-law, she posted, we want to go to the castle we're supposed to go to, but they haven't found where that's at yet. And I'm like, so where exactly is that? And they'd been told by not so smart. Why is my leg broken? A not so smart goblin where he thought it was. But oh, there's a snake. He's trying to get my boots. And I can't hit him. There we go. And I don't have a knife. Oh yeah, I do. Don't interrupt me while I'm cutting up a snake. Oh, hey, this place is open. I was wondering how I was going to get in here. Where am I hearing? Are you back there? Here comes somebody. And so I'm like, they're like, we want to go to the Castle of the Red Goblin. I'm like, I don't, you don't know where that's at. I'm like, oh, well, we were hoping you would forget that we didn't know where it was at. And I'm like, no. You've got to figure out where it's at. Well, where are we supposed to go do that? I'm like, I don't know, maybe some of the places that you know are out there that you've been told to go to. Oh, nope. That's a feral. Holy crap, that's a feral. No. No. Where's my motorcycle? Oh, guy. No, guy. Oh, guy. Oh, man. This is going to be interesting. That's not called a feral anymore. What's that called? A ghoul? I forget what those guys are called now. Because you can have different kinds of ferals. Is he going to camp my stuff? Yes. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, you don't know where it's at. You've got to go back and talk to... Yeah, I know. You're right here. Oh, and there's a snake. You know, my life would be easier if you would... Is he down? He's down. Whew, that was bad. Now where's that snake that bit me? Oh, he left? Weird. I've never seen snakes not continue in their treacherousness of hunting you down with their fangs. Oh, there he is. And then we'll get Crowley. And so I'm like, yeah, no, you guys are going to have to try... Like, if they wanted to skip the town and they wanted to look for it, I had plans for that. But they've apparently decided to go back. And so my sister-in-law, she put in tonight, she's like, we'd like to go back to the last place we're at. Because they wanted to go into the wilderness, and there was nothing out there. And because it's the wilderness. And so... and I'm not like trying to punish them or anything, or demand that they go to where I want them to go. I just there was stuff, and I don't understand why they skipped it. And so by skipping it, they missed stuff. And so I was gonna give them. Basically, I just described that there's wilderness in the direction they're going, and that they don't see any signs of civilization out that way. But they were welcome to continue if they wanted to. And then I was going to have them get attacked by some wild animals, and then raiding party by the castle they were looking for so that they could get the information they needed from those people. Yeah, they decided that maybe they would they would go back to the little village where the guy who knows where they're supposed to go is, provided they can figure out where he is. But they're like, I'm like, okay, so here are the places you've been. This is the path you took last time. You were here. Where would you like to go now? And and the response is, well, I thought we would just go to the places we haven't been yet. And I'm like, okay, but I just gave you the map. Could you pick a building? I'm not gonna pick the building for you. I'm like, oh, well, I guess we'll start in the northeastmost corner and start working our way down and around. I'm like, all right, now that's direction I can work with. Because, I mean, they've only been to, like, a third of the map. And I don't want to pick where they go next. Come on. That's not my job. I guess I need to check out the other one and see if anybody's doing anything on that one, because I know there was some stuff I wanted to go down before they move on, but I feel like they ended in the middle of a conversation and haven't replied since, so I probably need to poke that one along. And the other one too, come to think of it. Everybody's been slow. Well, a lot of the people who are playing are family members, so like I said, we've been embroiled in family stuff. Not like a fight or anything, just, you know, busy family stuff. Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and call it here. What kind of gun are you making out of that? That is so close. I got one hit point left. Yeah, so click like if you like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. Oh, it's like a foundry in here. And I was kind of hoping for more gun stuff. A little less, foundry and pipes. But yeah, I will talk to you later.